Hello, welcome back. We have a 60-minute upper body workout coming your way. So for today's class, you're going to need a chair, and you're going to need some weights and a mat. That's it. Also, I recommend that you just grab some water to drink in between sets, maybe when I'm grabbing a drink or even maybe more often than that. Let's get started with our scripture verse today. Our verse comes from Daniel. So, Daniel is one of the most inspiring figures in the Old Testament. And for good reason. He responds perfectly in an imperfect situation. We are catching up on Daniel in chapter 6. At this moment, Daniel's jealous contemporaries concoct a plan to get him killed. They tricked the king into signing a ridiculous decree that required anyone who prayed to anyone other than King Darius to be thrown into a lion's den. You think nowadays your punishment's bad? A lion's den. That's where you'd go if you broke that rule. Daniel 6:10 says, Now when Daniel learned that the decree had been published, he went home to his upstairs room where the windows opened toward Jerusalem. Notice also he did this often, 3 times a day. Furthermore, this was nothing new for Daniel. 3 times a day he got down on his knees and he prayed, giving thanks to his God, just as he had done before. Therefore, Daniel's first response, in spite of his obstacles, was to pray and give thanks. Notice also that he did this often, 3 times a day. The words, just as he had done before, evidence that he was a man characterized by a thankful heart. Daniel was a man devoted to God and to prayer. So here, Daniel was facing the possibility of becoming cat food, lion food, right? His default reaction, give thanks regularly and then ask God for help. He didn't set out to figure it out on his own. He set out for God. I know in my own life that is not always my default, right? I don't default to saying, God, fix this for me. I try and fix it myself, and then when that doesn't work, then I turn to God, unfortunately. But Daniel is our example here. The men, however, proceeded to rat on Daniel. We're told that King Darius had great anguish over this. In the end, though, he felt he was left with no choice but to feed Daniel to the lions. First thing, the next morning, the king rushed to check on Daniel. After calling down to him, King Darius heard the following response. This is from Daniel 6:22. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouth of lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight. Nor have I ever done any wrong before you, your majesty. Woo! Imagine waking up to that, right? The kind of bold, just faith it would take to walk into a lion's den, have no fear, and then stand up to the king who put you there. Because Daniel was innocent before God and man, God shut the mouths of lions. Daniel 6:23 reads, The king was overjoyed and gave orders to lift Daniel out of the den. And when Daniel was lifted from the den, no wound was found on him, because he had trusted in his God. Verse 26 continues, I issue a decree that in every part of my kingdom, people must fear and reverence the God of Daniel. The chapter concludes by telling us that Daniel prospered during the king's reign. So let's look again at Daniel's reaction. He prayed regularly, he gave thanks, asked for help, and he trusted God. God's response? He not only spared Daniel, but also elevated him while bringing glory back to himself. All right. We are going to get started with our workout. All right, step touch it out. Roll your shoulders back. Welcome back, Boom Fitness family. I'm so glad you're here. Roll those shoulders forward. We are going to get in a great upper body workout today. We're going to work all things upper body. Shoulders, lats, traps, core, biceps, triceps, deltoids, you name it. We're going to work it. Crisscross those arms.
This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. That you would take my place.
Have you ever been put in a situation where you had to choose between your safety and worshiping God? What a scary place to be. But he chose wisely, right? Alright, we're going to step and reach. Just fully stretch that arm up. Stretch going in the shoulders. Alright, we're going to go for the breaststroke. Pull it back. Push. Hi Lisa, welcome.
This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love.
Pull that. If there's imaginary water here, we're pulling it back.
That you would bear my cross. You laid down your life.
Alright, we're going to do reverse swing of arm. Whichever arm you want. Swing it backwards.
All that you've done for me.
Alright, reverse the direction, other direction. You want to get that shoulder joint nice and warm up so we can work those arms and shoulders hard, right? Alright, other arm. Reverse that spin. Alright, go ahead, switch directions. Same thing, just circling that arm. Warming up that shoulder joint. Other side now. Alright. Come back to that step touch. Pull that chest open. So pull those arms really far back. Like feel a little stretch to the chest. If you want to add a little hamstring curl, you can. Or you can just keep it at a step touch. It's totally up to you. It's an upper body workout. However, I do like to add a little bit of legs. Alright, we're going to come here. We're going to reach it down. We're going to round that spine up. Exhale, push up the chest. Inhale, round it up. Exhale, push it out. Inhale, round it up. Exhale, push up the chest. A couple more like that. Get that spine warmed up. Alright, come to the edge of your mat. We're going to walk those hands down. Walk them up to the top of your mat. Come down to your knees. Take those hands wide on your mat. 3 push-ups, nice and slow. This is that warm-up. Don't get too crazy on me. Alright, push it up to a downward facing dog or a pike. And I want you to come back to a plank and just rock it forward and back, forward and back. And then walk those hands back to the feet. Roll it up nice and slow. Again. Knock those hands down. You get to the top of your mat, come down to your knees. Take those arms narrow, shoulder distance this time. 3 tricep push-ups. Last one. Walk those hands back to those feet. Alright. Alright. First move, I want you to go ahead and grab a chair. We're going to use it for tricep dips. So if you have a little bench, that will work too. Or you can always do these in a reverse tabletop on the floor. Just a little bit easier with the chair. That one. Quick demonstration. Hands come off the edge. Pull it down and up. Alright. Now tricep dips are a challenging move. Just like push-ups, because you're using your body weight, not just lifting whatever size dumbbell you choose to lift up. So if you need to slow it down, take a few breaks here and there, just don't quit on it. Keep going, even when it starts to burn, keep going just a little bit longer. You've got this. Even when it doesn't feel like it, you do. And rest. Alright, second round. We're going to hold it down in that isometric hold. Alright, here we go. One and go. So holding it here. If at any point that gets too easy, you can alternate legs. Throw a weight on your hips. Personally, I find these to be plenty challenging on their own, but maybe you have excelled past this and you're ready for a little bit more. In that case, take those progressions. Woo! You need to come up for a quick second and then come back down. That's okay, but come back down. We got 5 more seconds here. And rest. In between, go ahead, shake those arms out, let the blood come back to your limbs. We are gonna do pulses next. You can do 3 pulses and then lift it up, or just continuously pulse. All right, here we go. So option 1 would be 3, 2, 1, up. Option 2, just hold that pulse. Woo! They're both challenging, so whichever one you choose is right. Woo! Quick little rest for me. Big on. That's okay. Sometimes it's gonna burn past the point where you can hold it. Then you give it a little rest and come right back in. Challenge yourself here. Rest. Woo! All right. Go ahead, put your chair off to the side. Grab some heavy weights. So remember, heavy might mean something different to you than it does to somebody else. I'm gonna go to my crazy heavy weights. See how long I last with them. I know, if I was at the gym, there'd be guys saying those are light weights, but we're not at the gym, right? Alright. So, chest fly. Palms are going to face each other. You're going to open it wide, like bending that elbow, and lift it up. Here we go. So, those arms never fully touch the ground, but they just get like a centimeter or so away from it, and then lift back up. If your weights are a little bit lighter than mine, you might be able to get in a few more reps than what I'm doing. These are pretty challenging for me. I'm going a little bit slower. But that doesn't mean you have to slow down just because I am. Go ahead and rest. You set the weights down, shake your arms out. We're going to do an isometric hold. Remember, your other option would be to just move slowly through it if you don't like holding isometric. Alright, those arms, they just hover above the ground. It's like bending that elbow. Woo! Your chest should be on fire right now. Holding those weights up. Don't lock out those elbows. Not a T-raise. This is a chest fly. Whew. Blocked it for a second there. Here we go. Woo! Keep it going. You're doing great. Come on. 2, 1. Woo! Quick little rest. We're gonna go right back into that. I take 1 week off of my upper body and my arms are feeling it. Alright, pulses here. Option to go to a lighter weight if this is starting to feel too tough. Or try it for a little bit. And then if at some point you find that your arms no longer move and you can't pulse anymore, then you'll go ahead and grab something a little lighter and keep going. Woo! It is burning for me over here. I hope it's burning for you. This is super challenging for me. Keep it going. Woo! Come on, baby! Let's go! Rest. Woo. I don't know. I only sort of did that one. Alright. For the next set, I'm going to go a little lighter because I'm really burning myself out there. Alright, we're going to go to a narrow press next. So it's similar to a chest press, except it's going to target our tricep. So our palms are going to face in, just like we did with that chest fly. You're going to drop those elbows down to your side and push them straight up. Okay? Here we go. You just push it up, push it down. Now your triceps might already be a little tired. We started off with probably the toughest tricep one with the tricep dips first. So just do the best you can. I want you to stick with a heavy weight for this first round at least. Do me a favor. Try not to drop down until round 2. That's where we build that strength when it gets hard to lift it up. Woo, rest. Alright. Again, either isometric hold or you can just move through it extra slow. Try to at least vary your pace if you're not going to hold it. So my elbows are not resting on the ground here. They're hovering above the ground. You should feel the burn, especially, it's going to show you right through here. That's where the burn should be feeling, on the back side of your arm. So check in with your body, see where you're feeling it. If your arms are out too wide, you might not be feeling it enough, so keep them nice and narrow. They're just right resting on the side of my body. But remember, they're not resting on your mat. Rest. They're still hovering. So when we do these pulses next, same thing. You're going to hover right here, okay? Here we go. Little pulses up and down. Woo! It was so heavy. My arms feel like they've weakened up after, I don't know, maybe it was 2 weeks that I missed. All I know is it was really hard today. That's okay. A challenge is good. No strength ever came from doing something too easy for you, right? That strength is going to come when you lift those heavy weights that are challenging. 2, 1. Woo! Rest. With that being said, I still want you to maintain safety. Don't get crazy on me, okay? Alright, put those weights off to the side. The next one, we're going to do push-ups with T-raises. So I'm going to go to a medium weight. You could maybe even go to a light weight. So, you can opt to just push-ups too. You can going to be a push-up, and then you're going to grab your weight, open, and open. Here we go. Give me that push-up either on knees or toes. Come up to your toes, go for that T-raise. That plank position. Open it up, pull it down, open it up, pull it down. And I want you to pull, keep going, keep going. I want you to pull that weight into your body, turn it open, and then push up. And rest. Alright. Now you can do the push-up holding on to the weights too. More efficient if you're able to do that. Unfortunately, that really hurts my hands. Alright, here we go. I want you to hold it down. 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Open it up. 3, 2, 1. Switch. 3, 2, 1. Push up. 3, 2, 1. Open it up. 3, 2, 1. Other side. 3, 2, 1. Keep it going, just like that. Sets of 3. Or counts of 3, I guess. And rest. Whew, I keep getting extra time on my right hand. Alright, 3 pulses, and then just open, open. You don't need to pulse it on the lift up. Just pulse the push up. 3, 2, 1. Open, open. 3, 2, 1. Option, you could be down in a modified plank for these T-raises as well. I'll show that here. If you're trying to lift this and plank is too much, then you'll come here. And rest. Excellent job. Way to go. Alright, we've got kickbacks next. I want you to go back to a heavier weight. So we went down a little bit lower for that one. We're pushing it up overhead. Alright. So, we're going to hinge it forward. Bring those elbows up. Kick it back. So that elbow just becomes like a little door hinge. Here we go. 40 seconds. Now, if you ever want to, you could opt to alternate or do them both at once. Here's what I don't want. You don't want to be standing up tall. You got to be hinged forward. But that hinge, keep going. Just make sure you're not coming too far forward, allowing those shoulders to cave in. Keep those back. That part's important. Try and think superhero chest. And rest. Go ahead, shake it out. Now, based on how challenging that was, I want you to go up a little heavier if that didn't feel that hard, or stay right where you are if you did. Here we go. Hold it here. Remember, you have the option to do the isometric hold with me, or you could move through it like you're moving through quicksand. That's up to you. Remember to bend those knees. We're not locking out that joint. Chest is lifted. Core is engaged. Keep those arms lifted. Don't let them droop down. Keep them up. Come on. I know it's getting heavy. I know it's getting tough, but you got this. You're tough. 2, 1. Woo. All right. Shake it out. We've got pulses next. You Go down to a little bit lighter weight if that was really challenging. Otherwise, stick with what you got. Here we go. Just a little 1-inch movement. You're still hinged. Your chest is still lifted. Core is engaged. Those triceps should be burning. If they're not burning, keep going and they'll get there. That's what we want. We want that burn. Especially during the pulse. That's when the burn is going to be the most extreme. 5 more seconds. Come on. Woo! Go ahead. Shake it out. Woo! Alright, go a little bit lighter. You don't need to go like lightweight. I just want to go to your heaviest for this next one. I'm going to do my 12. Alright. We're going to come into a staggered stance. Chest, shoulders up, back and down, chest lifted. Palms come out. You're going to scoop it up, scoop it back. So this is a chest squeeze, okay? Just been down a little bit lighter. You have a longer lever length. So we've added some shoulders. Doesn't matter what leg is forward or back. Whew. And depending if your weights are a little lighter, you might be able to get in a few more reps. It just depends on what you're looking for. Strength or endurance. Rest. We're going to move through the next one just a little bit more slowly, but the same thing. So we're going to come here, nice and slowly, maybe even a hold, and bring it back. Here we go. Nice and slow. Hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1. You got this. 3, 2, 1. You're doing great. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Power through here. And rest. All right. If you want, you can add a little pulse to this last one. You might want a little lighter weight for that part. Here we go. So it's going to be 3, 2, 1, down. 3, 2, 1. So if you can see, bottoms of my weights are almost touching or touching. Keep going. I know it's getting tough. How do I know? Because it's getting tough, right? Come on. You're tough. You're tougher than this. Woo! Yes. All right. Lighter weights for this next one. We're going to be targeting our shoulders. Whew. So we're going to do an Arnold press. Feet are going to go about hip distance apart. Up, back, down. Weights are going to start palms facing you. So I like to say sunglasses because they're right in front of your eyes. Open it up to a cactus. Push it up. Bring it back to cactus. Into sunglasses. All right? Here we go. Sunglasses. Cactus. Overhead. Cactus. Sunglasses. It's going to burn those shoulders. Mine are already starting to shake. Now you can go as heavy as you want, but I drop down to my light weights. Anytime I target those deltoids, I like to drop the weight down. That's up to you. And rest. Alright, next one, open. You're gonna hover here, 3 seconds, hover here, hover. So each spot, 3 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3. 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Keep it going like that. Woo! I know hearing me say 3, 2, 1 over and over again is getting obnoxious, so I'll stop counting. But you can either just move with me and counting in my head, or move at your own pace. Totally up to you. Woo! It's burning. Anybody else shaking already? I hope so. And rest. Alright, we're going to add a little pulse to this next one. So, sunglasses, for cactus, pulse. We're not going up overhead, we're just pulsing the cactus. Coming back to sunglasses. Alright, sunglasses, cactus, 3, 2, 1. Sunglasses, cactus, 3, 2, 1. Woo! You feeling that, bud? Yeah! Woo! Come on. Where you show me what you're made of. True grit, right? We're almost there. Woo! Rest. Shake those shoulders out. Alright, go back to your heavier weight. It can be medium heavy or full heavy. I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna go to my 15s for this. Alright, we're gonna be doing cross body curls. You can go pretty heavy. I've just noticed that my biceps is 1 week. So I'm not quite up to the same chest level. Wait, it's just gonna be, start palms facing your body. It's gonna curl up to that chest. Bring it back down. All right, here we go. Curl it up. Yes, just like that. You're doing great. Try and isolate that lift up occasionally, especially if it gets heavy. We might swing it a little bit. Try and keep it nice and controlled in that bicep, right side of the arm. Keep that chest back and lifted. Core still engaged. Check in on that core. Rest. Gonna be the same thing. We're just gonna slow it down, just like a few seconds slower. 2, 1. Here we go. Slow it down. Maybe give me a little pause. Let that call. I always laugh about faces I make while I'm teaching. It's like professional videos. They must use like weights that are just too light. They don't look like I do. Smiling faces, not grimaces. Woo! Alright, this last one is going to be a pulse at that collarbone or the chest for 3, and then alternate. You stay with that same weight. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Make sure to keep that chest lifted. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. Come on. You're doing great. You were given this body, one body. You're taking the time out of your day to strengthen that body you were given. Rest. All right. You're going to go to bent over rows. So I go back to your heaviest weight for this one. Woo. So you have the option. You can do one, like alternating. We're going to hinge it forward, throw it up, or you can do them both. So those palms are facing each other. We're going to row it back, and we're hinged forward at the hip. Making sure though, you're maintaining that hinge, that chest stays squared up. Again, we come here and focus on one side at a time or both. I want you to go fairly heavy on this one. And make sure you're not just rowing, standing up, that we have a good hinge going. Rest. Because we are trying to isolate the back as much as possible, but nice and controlled. But that also means draw that core in to protect the back as you lift. Here we go. We're not going to, if you want, you can slow it down or just maintain whatever pace you were just at. Make sure we're breathing. Draw that navel in towards the spine. Keep it going. You can always do one at a time if you really want to get those lats more engaged. Rest. Whew. So for the last one, I'm going to put my weights on the ground. Now you can opt to stay holding them like we've been doing. I'm going to alternate one at a time. I'm going to row it up, drop it down. Row it up, drop it down. So my knees are bent here. I'm just getting a little bit of a deeper stretch and contraction in my lats. But if you prefer what we've been doing, go ahead and stick with that, okay? And rest. All right. Excellent job. You're going to do a clean press next. You have the option to take out the press portion and just do a clean. That's up to you. I'd go medium here. I wouldn't go crazy heavy because you are going overhead unless you're taking that part out. So you're going to take the hip distance apart. Pull those weights, elbows go wide, get to chest height. You're going to bend those knees to catch. You're going to flip those elbows down, push it up. Here we go. Flip and push it down. Here we go. Pull it up, push it down, push it up. Check out my legs here. Every time I flip my arms, I'm using my legs to get involved right here, and then using it to push up overhead. Use those legs to catch and push down. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see these weights. You need to stay in line, rest with the body. So often in class I would see this. People would flip way out here. instead of here. Okay? Here we go. Same thing. You have a barbell. It's a great one to use with a barbell. It's definitely not required. So you're flipping those elbows. Now just make sure you don't push those weights out in front. Strain your shoulders. Rest. All right. One last set of these. 2, 1. Here we go. I like to think of it like pulling on and off a sweaty tank top. Like those really athletic spandex type ones. That's how close your hands are to your body here. It's a great exercise, but if done incorrectly, would cause injuries. So if you're unsure, just come here. And rest. Woo! Alright, we got hammer curls next. I want you to go back maybe a little bit heavier for hammer curls. Alright, I'm going to try my 20s. We'll see how many rounds we go on these. Remember, feet are hip distance apart, shoulders up, back, down. You're just going to bring palms facing each other up to that collarbone and back down. Similar to that cross body, except for you're not crossing your body. Whew. Here we go. And I actually just showed kind of bad form there. Try not to have that body rock. What I'm talking about is this. That is not good form. We don't want to engage our back. We want this all bicep. So you're engaging your back. Get those weights up and down. It's just a sign that maybe you drop down a couple pounds.
It's the hardest thing to give away, and the last thing on your mind.
Rest.
It always goes
to
those who don't deserve.
Second round. We're going to change it up just a little bit. We're going to come all the way up to the collarbone and then halfway up. Here we go. All the way up, halfway up, all the way up, and halfway. Whew.
Even when the jury and the judge say you got a right to hold a grudge, to whisper in
you're doing amazing.
Free forgiveness.
This is challenging stuff right here. You have the strength of the Lord pulsing through your body. Tap in and rest. Alright, we're gonna pulse. You get a pulse, and you get a pulse. We're gonna pulse here. Get out your shaker weights. Don't really, if you have them. Here we go. Although I suppose they kind of do the same thing. So if you got your shaker weights, bring them out.
Even set a prisoner free. There is no end to what its power can do.
Do me a favor.
So let it go and
get
be
comfortable.
amazed by what you see through eyes of
Be
grace.
uncomfortable.
That it really freezes you.
Woo! Come on.
Forgiveness.
Shake that weight. Woo!
Forgiveness.
Shake, 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 senora.
Forgiveness.
Shake it left and right.
Oh, forgiveness.
You got it. Woo! You need a shake. Shake what your mama gave you. Woo! Not the same thing, right? Alright. Next one. Alright, I've kind of debated doing this one or not, but we're going to try it today. We're going to come down to the ground. You're going to take a singular weight up overhead. You're going to curl your belly up just a little bit as you reach up overhead. So it's similar to a pressure, but keep your arms straight. Here we go. Reach overhead and bring it up. So I want you to do a stretch through the big, long portion of your low back, where your lats are located. Ideally, we would do this on a bench, so we could drop that weight down a little bit lower. If this starts to bother your shoulders at all, feel free to just turn this into a skull crusher. We're actually only going to do one round like that, and the rest we're going to bring up to our feet, unless you just really want to do it that way. I get nervous with that one. We're going to pull our arms up. Pull that weight down. Pull that weight down. You can do them both at the same time. I typically just feel like I get more work in my lats done when I do one at a time. But if that's not the case for you, you can always do both. So check it out here. I'm bringing them back a little bit. They're not just coming straight down. So we're trying to engage the lats right here. The one we did on the floor also engages that, but I was already starting to feel some tension in my shoulders, so I just decided to switch. Same thing. As we're working into the back, not going to add a pulse here. Woo! Come on. Obviously, you're going to feel this in those shoulders as well. So we're pushing up overhead. I see my beautiful wife, always smiling, but on the inside. Rest. Alright, grab your lightest weight, and then we're going to lay face down. So I'm actually going really light. You can go a little heavier than this if you want, but I'm going to go super light. You're going to lay face down. Arms are going to come out to your side. You're just going to lift them up and down, keeping your head down. Engaging that core. Alright. And go. You're doing awesome. But the third round of these, those light little weights are gonna feel pretty heavy. That's okay. We want that. We don't want them to feel light. Rest. Alright, round 2, you can maintain that same pace or follow along with me, and I'm just gonna hover and hold. So I'm going to keep my T. 3, 2, 1. Isometric. Channel your inner cheerleader here. They can't have any bend in their arm. They can't let them drop. I've been watching a show on Netflix lately about cheerleaders, so that is a dangerous sport Well, at least the one where they're doing like pyramids and flips and stuff. Oh, thank you. I did it for like a week. Got injured twice and quit. Whew. In the show I was watching, the girl like got kicked in the face. Drop it down. Got her teeth knocked out. Ow. Alright, pulses. Up to you if you want to take the pulses or if you just want to hold again. I'm going to take the pulses. I hope you do too. Here we go. Come on. Show me what you're made of. We're getting towards the end of our workout here. This is that part where your body's going to say, you know, I think I've had enough. And you're going to tell your body, you have not had enough. We got gains to make here. We've got goals to crush. So even though I'm shaking, even though I'm feeling that pressure to give up, I will not cave in. I will not give up. I will be like Daniel and stand my ground. Rest. Alright, go back to a heavier weight. I think I'm going to go with my 15s. We're going to do one last set of bicep curls. We're going to do them holding our boat pose. So if maybe you're feeling like, you know what, my core is just not there right now and I don't think I can hold them, at the same time, just focus on the biceps and don't worry about it. Otherwise, you're going to lift your feet up off the ground. Arms are going to rest on your legs to start. Curl up, curl back down. Here we go. If you need to, you can drop those feet down and just lean back. If you want, you can keep the legs up and bent. You can straighten them out for a full boat. Keep it going though. No matter what variation you're taking, just don't give up on me. And I won't give up on you. Rest. Woo! Alright. You're either going to slow it down or hold. Totally up to you. I'll show you both ways. Option 1, you're just going to hold it here. Contracting those biceps. Option 2, just move through it extra slow. I think I'm going to choose the extra slow just because. Keep going. I feel like I'm going to accidentally turn that microphone off. Here we go. Either way, even if you're moving, this is a slow, controlled movement. Rest. Woo! Shake it out. Alright, we're going to pulse the last one. Option, you can always just maintain that slow movement if you don't want to pulse. Here we go! You're really going to feel that core engage as you do that little pulse, just to maintain that boat. Adding that little wiggle in there. Gonna make it that much harder. It's a twofer. Remember, you can always just plant those feet down. Take that part out of it. Almost there. At the finish line. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Yes. Great job. All right. We have got 4. And that's that. All right. Our first move is going to be just similar to that boat. Similar, but not the same. You're going to reach it up overhead. You're going to take one leg up. Reach towards it. Alternate those legs. It's kind of like a V up, but you're just doing one leg at a time. 2, 1. Here we go. I want a full crunch here if you can. If you need to modify this, you can always bend the knee. We're talking about Daniel today. He never backed down. He never gave up. Neither will you today. And rest. Alright. Next one is going to be a reverse crunch. So you're just going to lift those hips up off the mat. Here we go. I want those hips all the way off the mat. And then they're going to come back down and lift back up. This is who you are. You are a warrior. You don't back down. You don't crumble under pressure. Not you. You are strong. You have faith. We got this. Almost there. And rest. Alright, flip it over. We're going to hold a plank for 40 seconds. You can be on your elbows or up on your wrist. Remember, if this bothers your wrists, come down to those elbows. Try and keep those hips low. So it's tempting to kind of let those hips creep up like that, but keep them down, okay? Super important to keep them down. That's how you keep that core engaged. Make sure we're still breathing here. It's tempting to hold your breath, but it's not recommended. Rest. Alright, the next one, we're going to do elbow to wrist. Or just hold a plank again if that's too much for you, okay? You're up on a plank, come down to your elbows, push back up to plank. These are tough, especially after doing arms, but we can do it. Come on, if I can do it, you can do it. Woo! We're in this together. Rest, flip it back over. Woo! We're going to do an isometric. Push against the legs. Legs are up, push against your legs, push against your hands. Shoulders are off the mat. You feel that fire burning in that core. Your legs are trying to push your hands. Your hands are trying to push your legs. But they're both equally strong here. So they're not going anywhere. His legs are up and bent. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. Last one. We're going to tuck your leg in. Give it a little 2 tugs. 2 tugs. Keep those shoulder blades off the mat. Tug, tug, switch, tug, tug. You're doing awesome. This is the last move in our entire workout. So even if your abs are screaming at you, tell them it's only for a little while longer. And then I get to cool it down and stretch. And rest. Alright, do me a favor. Straighten out one leg. Take one knee up. and then cross it over the body. Other arm. The leg, bring the other knee up, and then cross it over, stretching the other arm out to the side. Stretch feels amazing. Go ahead, release. All right, we're gonna come into a child's pose here. We're gonna stretch our arms long, drop your neck, bring your head to the mat. Just crawl your fingertips forward. And you're gonna stretch through those shoulders and back. No. Want you to walk your hands over to the right. Throats dry. There we go. All right, now walk them over to the other side. Doing a deep stretch to that shoulder and back. And I want you to come up to a tabletop position. Bring the right arm underneath, thread the needle, drop the shoulder down. Drop the head to the mat if that feels okay. Feel a deep stretch to the left for that shoulder again. Excuse me. All right, come back to that tabletop. Left arm comes through. Drop that shoulder down. Go ahead, release. Come to a comfortable seated position. You're gonna take those hands, clasp them together, bring them behind the head, push out the chest. You should feel this through the chest. Go ahead, release. We're going to take one arm up and the elbow, take the other hand, pull down on the elbow if that feels okay for you. I apologize, I keep coughing. My throat just got really dry and I drank all my water just now, so hopefully it stops. Go ahead, other side. Go ahead, round the spine, tuck the chin. Go ahead, release. We're going to pull our head to the side. Find a nice stretch to that neck. Move into those traps. Bring that head down. And then towards the armpit, give it a little tug, just a gentle tug here. Other side. Go ahead, take that head down towards the armpit. Give it a gentle tug. Excellent. Great job. Go forth for the rest of your day. Be the Daniel in your world. stand up for the gospel when you can. Be a light and others see too. I'm just going to close you out in prayer. Heavenly Father, I just blessing over each and every person's life that's watching this right now. And Lord, I just pray that you would rain down abundance upon their life and that you would keep their bodies safe from any viruses and any physical injuries. We ask that all in Jesus' name. Amen.